I've been liking Ignite's drop.
Yeah.
So this might actually be a situation where we might actually go down the wire.
We definitely do. Ladies and gents, game number 6. It is going to be a very interesting fight between these two teams, like I mentioned at the start of the game number 1 as well, because definitely IG has a lot more to show. His R5 picks has been wonderful, and now, you know, it feels like Ignite Gaming has finally found a little bit of footing against Team Evil.
As we move on forward in this case, we are looking at a Moskov versus a carry. Both of them are equally low in range, so it's definitely a lot more annoying on the side of Moskov, as the wave clear is definitely a lot faster and a lot better between the two of them. But if we kind of take a look at the XP lane, we're kind of back on it again between the Esmeralda plus the Paquito. Once he hits level 4, that is where Paquito can be a lot more of an annoyance and can be dealing a lot of damage over to the Esmeralda. But 3-4 is where Esmeralda can out-damage and out-heal a Paquito in most cases.
Lots of damage by the side of CS onto Ven. Jay is literally charging up. Okay, I'm not going to commit to that one. Interested to see how the first turtle is going to turn up, because if you compare these heroes, especially your roaming trio, right, your jungler, your mid, and your roam powerful, and that Cho does have innate damage, right? He's built as an XP laner, but it seems like everybody plays him as a roam. I mean, he's a good roam, but like, does have nutty damage numbers if you play him correctly.
The blade doesn't have a lot of HP to work with, but hey, at least the Starlight Pulse gives him a little bit of HP to work with. But ultimately, with 10 seconds until the turtle eventually spawns, we take a look at Azu at level 4, and Kelvin is trying to kind of barge into the opponent's jungle. I don't think there's no way he's gonna hit level 5 right, either way. No, but you can see that definitely Kelvin managed to bring down the Poke about 4 seconds faster than Azu. So at least at that point in time, Kelvin can always go for the Poke bar first. But down in the bottom lane, Diablo finds himself in the spot where there is going to be a 3-man gank, but Diablo managed to flicker himself away and even losing out the Falling Star Wound. I think that is fine.
Critical resources, I would say, burn away, right? Because
into the game, we know for sure that now Diablo is dead without being able to help too much in this turtle fight.
Yep. A Flame Cloud's going to help him to get over to the lane even faster. First turtle, like what we predicted, goes over to Azu. And now I feel like this is the time where, you know, Ignite Gaming should be able to shine, unless Powerful is able to do something right here, because he hits level 4 first.
I don't think that it will be too big of a difference right now. I mean, being able to catch Jay is a whole different question, considering that he's a Kufra after all.
Bouncing ball, you will not be able to jump onto him using the Shinpo or be a Cho as well. Then looks like food for the side of Ignite Gaming. However, I don't see a lot of capitalization onto the top side, especially when CS actually doing a great job against Van earlier just now.
Yep, as you slowly move right on to see Evil's lead, they're only at about 300 gold lead, and not a massive advantage, but perhaps we can talk a little bit about the in-game equipment.
Yep, no boots for the side of CS, hoping to use his dash as much as possible, but it is also, you know, the Fury Hammer already secured by the side of Gear. That's also a wonderful item for him. And the Karas half build it for the side of Diablo. I think that's also amazing. But hold on a second.
Powerful, trying to find himself right into the face of Roy. He did manage to go for the kick, but Roy have decided to, you know, preempt that kick by picking up the Purify ASAP. Yep. So during that entire time frame, Roy was able to, you know, kind of get himself out of the season.
But oh, hold on a second.
Yes, not great.
Yeah, for a 3-man gang all the way up top. Azu just showing up shop. I need to see Ignite Gaming doing the same at the bottom.
Immediately now, Gear doesn't have a lot of HP to kind of work with, as now Kelvin versus Diablo. Diablo is mostly going to be the one that absorbed the most of those hits and allowed Kelvin to go for that kill.
Yep, potential a lot of burst. That's exactly what Kelvin is looking for. We'll be able to get that as well. The fact that I believe Diablo was the one that is tanking most of the turret shot. Oh, SOD, that's not CS.
No way, no way. That's way too deep in for him to eventually teleport into the SOD. But now Jay might be looking for an advantage onto Ven. Wasn't able to complete the bouncing ball onto Ven though, but it doesn't seem like it mattered too much because they don't want to commit to that.
Okay, second turtle is going to be very important for the side Ignite Gaming team. Evo looking to blitz it down.
Turtle goes down to the hands of Kelvin, while in the meantime he's going to be summoning his steed. Barbiel now joins into the battle right now. Azu, the only one that went down from that fight, and Ignite wanting to make full use of the steed. They are looking for more advantage here.
Yeah, what happened all the way to the side of Azu, right? Immediately gets popped down. Oh, because CS decides to join the fight as well. Of course, tell us all the time. The carry immediately bursts down Azu, especially in the early game.
It's not too bad, and now in the bottom lane, you can even see that the containment effect from Ignite is not even necessary. As Diablo, what he needed to do is just clear down the bottom lane wave and just proxy the wave, and he's got a 3 turret down in the bottom lane.
Lots of damage from CS and Roy as well. Powerful trying to join, Jay charging it up.
Here, unfortunately, sorry, Powerful, he does have the flicker actually, so if he does want to create an opportunity for the team, they can definitely do so. However, the only one that can really, realistically be able to make full use of the way of Dragon right now is Blade. I'm not sure about Gear. I don't think that he's bumped up enough to be able to burst anyone down though, but ways to be seen. And now, middle lane, double takedown. Blade is on Powerful. Ignite gonna be focusing down on the T1 turret in the middle lane. This is actually pretty darn fast. This is gonna give Ignite one heck of an advantage as they move on forward from this point onwards, while Diablo continues to put on pressure down on the Gear, focusing down a little bit, but not quite enough to take him away.
Man, Ignite Gaming found the Mojo Dojo, cracks open mid at the same time. Diablo knows that he's not a threat against Gear. Gear needs a lot more time. Already has Anti-Kira to kind of counteract against that. Already secure his book as well. He's more than happy to dance. But Team Evo, on the other hand, is starting to lose ground just a little bit. Now, not only just the fact that they lost earlier just now in the mid lane, they lost top as well. Ignite Gaming, they found the snowball.
The snowball is imminent with every single one of the standing objective in the top, the middle, and the bottom lane gone. And then, a second. And now we do have a pretty nice kick down to the Kelvin. Unfortunately, taking a look at Diablo. He will be taken down right now. Kelvin is just going to be going for a counterfire. And he's just going to be clawing his way down on a couple of members. Oh, to the momentum. Down on the blade. Sidesteps the SOD.
He has Sharingan. He saw the sidestep and just sidestepped it even before it happened. Kelvin, man, what a juke. And that also means that, Team Evo will be able to push down bot, but Ignite Gaming still maintaining the momentum, picking up the second turtle.
As now it's going to be another turtle to the name of Ignite Gaming, pushing themselves to a 3,000 gold lead. Van, unfortunately, is not able to put himself in a decent amount of spot when it comes down to his economical factor.
CS, remember, Golden Staff is the time when he really truly shines. Ignite Gaming right now, I think they're more than happy to handshake any form of team fight. If Team Evo Powerful wasn't able to find any form of pickoffs, especially with Jay with the bouncing ball, it may be doomed.
Oh, looking for the kick, but Powerful was not able to continue on forward to try to go for a kick into their own turret, but they're gonna be fine for now.
Roy is outputting so much damage from the Blooming Gloom. You saw earlier just now with a combo of Roy and CS. They can burst down Azu even before he can actually land the Appraiser's Wrap, and even if Appraiser's Wrap lands...
Oh no, that's
big
not
ultimate.
good.
That's a big ultimate miss.
That's right, but he should be able to get that back pretty quickly, especially since they managed to take down the T2 turret in the top lane. It's not too big of a deal. They may have lost the bottom lane T2 as well, but at this point in time, the side lane T2 is not that big of an issue. It's more about the middle lane that they have to keep hold of.
Yep, Ignite Gaming still holding on to the mid lane. They cracked open mid earlier just now. I think that was a little bit too early for as well. Team Evil and also Ignite Gaming to scale, but Gear is on the Paquita.
It's now Powerful now gonna be completely bouncing balls out, but at least he will kick Jay away. So that is gonna be one of their singularity factor that is not gonna be appearing for themselves, and they will not be able to single anyone out.
Man, the whole roster for the side of Team Evil to be able to use Powerful to jump and kick somebody, and then after that allowing be it Blade or Ben to literally burst the person down, not gonna be able to come to fruition. Because every time when Powerful dashes, Jay just activates a bouncer ball and just counteracts and whatever Powerful wants to do, and he gets caught off, and Troll, especially in the early game, is not really tanky at all.
The Lord spawns down in the southeastern part of the map. Evil, at this point in time, they can take control of it a little bit early, and they have dips, right? Literally priority onto the Lord. But the question is if whether they are even gonna want to do this, because Azu currently only at level 10, as opposed to Kelvin at level 13. Definitely gonna be losing out in the quality of retribution right now. But Jay randomly found Azu with the Tyrant's Revenge, takes him down. SOD lands on the J. It's definitely not going to be jumping in for now. But the main thing is, wait, hold on a second here. Oh, Blade, he went in. And Jay, not again. When it comes down to the Tyrant's Revenge, lands pretty nicely on the gear. And now Diablo hopes to go for another one. But unfortunately, Falling Downward is not going to be landing at all. As here, continuing to go forward. Will be able to get a kill down on Diablo. This is all going to be a small little diversion. We take that as an excuse. That right now, Ignite takes the Lord.
Wait, Jay is still alive after all of that. B bouncing ball and bounces all the way back with safety. Ignite Gaming went for a shot in the dark. Found Azu just right there standing. Pins him to the wall. Ignite Gaming, man.
That shot,
You have a very good luck today.
that shot may not be too much in the darkness. Given the current situation with the amount of grasses available at that part of the map, there were only maybe 2 or 3 brushes that there could be someone in there. And in this case, Azu happened to be in that one brush that Jay was in. But indeed, you know, kind of like a 33.33 and recurring chance of being able to get a hit.
I mean, you lose every shot you don't take, right?
Yup,
Jay took it. He pinned it, and the best one is Izu, right? And then immediately members on the Ignite
Crumble.
just literally jump onto Izu, bursts him down. And don't forget, Izu's currently 0-3 and 2, doesn't really have the tanky dust, and now Team Evo has to defend against his Lord.
Yeah, I mean, that's how the cookie crumbles in the end. As now Ignite Gaming currently at 4,700 gold onwards. They should be able to cut through Evil like a hot knife through butter. And they should be able to do whatever that they can in order to take down Evil as much as possible. Ben being able to whittle down and deal with the Lord ASAP before the Evil even landed spiraling Trident over to the top lane.
Good knock-up by Gear, but not a lot of follow-up coming out beside Team Evo. Ignite Gaming has been taking a lot of these great advantages, and it's, I would say, a lot of missed opportunities coming out of Team Evo, right? A lot of disadvantages. Losing Azu earlier just now, losing the Lord over the side Ignite Gaming. Lots of standing goal in their favor right now. Jay looking for more!
Oh, we'll be able to land a pretty good slam right down on the gear, but it's still alive right now. Powerful will be able to go for a tap in and a kick for the fortune down on the map. Is coming from Sonic. Ignite's not going to go down just yet. As Kelvin move on forward, gets a kill down over the gear, moves on to the next one. As now we do have the Lunox. It's just going to be pushing his swing right in the face of Roy. But unfortunately, Blaze, he was sacrificing. Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, he was still sacrificing himself. Ben, move on forward, gets a kill down on the Diablo, leaving it in a 2 for 2 right now.
Yeah, and that was a very good play for the side of Ben, right? Taking the SOD in the nick of time to be able to catch onto the retreating members of Ignite Gaming. They started over blunder for the side of Team Evo. Ignite Gaming capitalized on that one, but Ignite Gaming overextended just a little bit. Ben took that shot.
There was only one turret that they managed to take down, and that is the inhibitor one at the bottom lane. The Lord will eventually spawn, but even with this upcoming Lord, it's not gonna do too much.
Yeah, if you take a look at the replay right there, right, it's just Gear trying to maintain, and also Ben retreating right there. You know, this is almost doom or dead over the side of Team Evo, right? But however, Ignite Gaming overstayed welcome. Just look at Blade, just creating so much space in the back line. SOD join. If that SOD doesn't land, oh boy, it's gonna be a lot of trouble for the side of Team Evo. Like I said, Blade played a sacrificial play and just made it work against Ignite Gaming. A wonderful defense from Team Evo.
Yep, managed to find a lot of Chaos Assaults down over to the side of Roy in order to whittle them down. And of course, he zoomed in. He made sure that he knows that he needs to take Roy down, not necessarily Jay. Jay managed to get some HP or some shields throughout the entire encounter and is not afraid of going down. But for Blade, he only has one thing. He's a man on a mission.
He wants to really go for Paris right here. That goal lead, albeit doing the down just a little bit slightly, but Team Evo's not out of the woods just yet. Ignite Gaming still has 5k goal lead. Kelvin's already level 15. Azu struggling at level 12. Lot priority still given over side of Ignite Gaming.
You have to be careful not to throw caution in the wind at this point in time, though. Even though they do have got their jungler that is way above in terms of XP against Azu. Any point in time, a mistake can be made, and Evo might be able to steal this lot right under their noses.
Yep. Was a mistake they could potentially make, huh? Ben stealing the Lord with an SOD.
Honestly, anything could happen right now. Jay, even though it's like 5,200 gold lead in favor for Ignite, this is probably a pick-off point that we would want to see from either one of these two teams. But does Evil really have got what it takes to pick off anyone here with that show of theirs?
The problem is Azu is so far behind in gold. He's gonna get literally busted down by CS and Roy as well. Most of the time, Ignite Gaming, right, is just sending Jay to scout out the bushes, jumping in, catches Azu, that'd be great. I think that's this is the the second time earlier just now that Azer made a mistake, jumping into Jay's line of fire earlier as well. But with Ben, with Gear on the sideways controlling it, Ignite Gaming may have to spread themselves slightly thinner. Or if Ignite Gaming going to go for either Gear or Ben at the top or bottom.
The Lord now stands tall up in the northwestern part of the map.
SOD.
SOD is not going to land on anyone, but they're trying to look for an opportunity right now. As Ignite rushes himself right forward. The glooms have already been scattered a little bit. Just 1 or 2 glooms out there. Here, tries to make it from the back. Wasn't able to land on anyone. Currently been channeling, but not able to land on anyone. No more blind spots.
Azer shifted to the other bush, man. I think if you're Azer right now, you don't stand in bushes. You stand right in the open, right? Show everybody where you're there. But Team Evo, the benefit and the reason why they're still able to stay inside this game and keeping Ignite Gaming in check is because they've got the Moskov that could just split push. They got the Gear. They've also got Gear. They can split push as well. Don't forget, the Paquito right now has already removed the debuff on using skills on minions, so he does quite a lot of damage to minions right now. So easy wave clear coming in from the side of Gear.
This is going to be quite a handshake right now. And Jay versus Azu is what we can see at the western part of the Lord. But take a look at the main part of the fight. They're clear. Just going to be pushing himself all the way to the back. But in the meantime, with the Dragon just going to be collecting a CS. CS down! And that's exactly what we want to see from Son of Evil. However, they've already lost 3 members throughout the entire counter. While 4 members from Sonic Ignite worked out great. Kelvin picking up a triple R for himself, trying to make his way through. Van is the lone survivor of the team.
Ignite Gaming right here. Just 4 members in the charge against Van. Van is just a Moskov. There's a bit of a splash damage. However, the minions are not in the favor of Ignite Gaming. A bit of reprieve for the side of Team Evo for now. But that was not looking good for the side of Team Evo, man. Everything the powerful and also Gear and Azer tried to do literally got shut down by the side of Jay. If Van wasn't able to join the fight with the SOD, it is over.
Top lane T3 and the middle lane T3 would eventually be taken down right now. They do not have CS with them at this moment in time, but I believe that CS might be able to make it in time because of Flying Clouds though. So making it in time for the middle or for the bottom lane Lord eventually reaching is going to be super clutch.
Not going to commit for that one, but the Lord's marching down bot at the same time. CS managed to reinforce. You can see Ben just landing up so much collateral damage. Jay going a bit too far. Azer going in. He's taking a lot of damage.
He's taking a little bit too much. Roy's just going to be black shooting himself right out of that. While Kill focuses down on the Roy as much as possible. Diablo's just going to be flickering himself right out of the fight. But unfortunately, take a look at Kill all the way to the back line. Kelvin, take him down. SOD is not going to land on anyone. 2 men down from Son of Evil. What a grip wave. Moves comes to the bottom lane. Diablo pushes in for the start. Taking down lane. And now he might sacrifice himself.